have this interesting phone here with the HR17. So if I switch the machine on, it powers up, and it's showing that to charge the machine, showing motor symbol and number of error codes. So that's the error codes we have. I will possibly gonna go through those error codes and just to see what they mean. The error code 01C10000, that's saying there is no communication with the battery management acuity. Error code 01C60000 is saying there is no campus communication with the master drive controller. 01C40000, there is no canvas communication with the motor controller. That would be the pump controller. And the error code 01F10000, there is an error with the pump controller. So all this error codes is linked to the 48 volt devices. I know someone worked on this machine and said there is no issues with the batteries and they are well charged. It's just strange that error codes are all linked to the 48 volt devices like motor controllers, the acuity. So something is going on here. And if I try to use the functions, I have a motion alarm going off. Beacon is flashing, but I have no motor. So let's do the voltage check. So the best place to check 48 volt supply would be the motor controller. And we know it has a ground here. And the positive is always comes to this 48 volt, the contactor here. So if you measure on the contactor supply side, we should have a 48 volt feed or wherever the battery voltage is. Okay, so let's put on a stand. There we go. So now we are in the voltage mode, yeah. Okay, so I have a 5 volts coming to this contactor, okay, and that's 5 volts is coming from the 48 volt battery pack. It's interesting because I was looking on Niftylift and I was seeing exactly the same things. 5 volts. It's just apparently someone checked and that they found 24 volt per battery pack. So let's do the check on each side of the battery packs. So I open the cover on the control side battery pack and let's do the voltage check here. So let's say we're gonna go on this battery. So this battery is reading 0 volts. So if I measure across these two, there is nothing there. I'm not sure if I'm getting good connection here. Let me try this. Oh no, there is reading 1.9 and the machine is on now. So if I go across all pack, I have a 3 volts per 24 volt pack. That's very strange. Let's do this battery. It does have 1.8 volts. I mean, it's strange because it looks like a polarity is wrong as well, because if this is negative and that is positive, surely that should read something different, but now it's reading minus 1.8 volt. What about this way? Okay, I think I'm gonna try to open up on the other side, but it's definitely flat batteries from what I'm seeing. Okay, so now I'm on the other side. Let me see what we have here. Complete pack here is reading 8 volts. Okay, and this side is reading, this battery is 7 volts, that battery is 3 volts. Oh, not 7, sorry, that was 0.7 of volt on this battery. So all the batteries are very, very low. That's why we're getting low voltage to the contactor. We're getting 5 volts. So it's completed discharged pack. I have some gas in the cylinders here, so I wonder if I can use a hydrogen to recharge those batteries or to recover them. I mean, there is no power in them now to run the cell, and the fuel cell is off. So I wonder if I can use some booster pack and give a bit of boost on those batteries on each bank, just to increase the voltage enough for the fuel cell to start, and then maybe fuel cell will take over. I will give a go on that one and see if it's gonna help. So I have my booster pack on 24 volt and just hooked up on this side. It's showing now 22 volts. So it's gonna put a bit of charge on the battery. Hopefully it's gonna bring the voltage up high enough for us to start the cell. Just out of curiosity, I want to see how many amps it's delivering. So at the moment it's putting 40 amps in a battery. So I'll leave it for a couple of minutes, and then so I don't drain this completely, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, I think it's enough on this side, so let's move on to the next one before we drain this. What do we have here? 22.3. Okay, so that's good. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to move it on the control side. We'll do the same, and then I'm going to try to power up on the fuel cell. So that's the second side. Let's see the voltage, 22.3. It's connected. It's taking 30 amps. So let's measure the voltage now. So came back to the contactor as before on the feed, and we have a 35 volts on the power packs. So I think this possibly slowly coming down. Let's see what's the voltage on this power pack. So it's 13, so still low. I will try to see if the cell is gonna start with this voltage, and that's maybe gonna save a day for us. Starting machine up. Oh look, I got now the hydrogen symbol. So that means the cell is actually, well, the cell potentially is on. Let's go and have a look. Oh yes, it's on. Okay, so let's open the gas. Gas is open, cell is on. Should we try? Right, 33 volts now, okay? So I'm gonna try to do the test run. See if the voltage is gonna start going up. Hey, it started. Okay, so that's running. At the moment the voltage is not increasing. It's coming down. Why is it coming down? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, so it's actually charging now. So I'm gonna switch off the booster pack. Or should I keep it on for now? I'll keep it for a minute. Okay, so it's actually running, charging now the battery. So because it's a test run, it will stop after a couple of cycles. And the batteries can be recovered and the machine can be moved into a charging station, I guess. Because there is nowhere to charge here. There's no power outlets. But I think that should give enough power for us to be able to move machine to the charging place. See, 43 volts already. And now look, they have this on, but because the fuel cell is running, so the current draw from this battery pack is dropped down to 3 volts only, 3 amps, sorry. So it's the fuel actually cell is pushing the voltage up, not a booster pack. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to disconnect now and just keep going with the fuel cell. We still have a 63% on the gas, so it should be enough to recharge to get to the charging station. So we are at 45 volts now, so the voltage is going up. I'm still running a test run, which is gonna stop soon, but then we're gonna force a charge, and then we're gonna keep the charging on until we have enough power on it. So I have completed my test run successfully. So it had done 3 cycles and the current was good, and voltage is increasing, so it's all good here. So what I've done now, I just press and hold that button for 15 seconds I think, and that actually started force charge, and you can check that on display. If you go on display and you have a look into info here, and then you go to H2 cell info, you see the cell is enabled and the fuel cell is running, and the fuel cell mode is forced run. So that means I forced a run because we need to recover this machine to move out of here to get this charged. Okay, so that should help me out. And the percentage slightly rising up is not going to be precise now because is the voltage increasing, but it will correct itself over the time. So now the voltage is stable, is not going up on a silly rate. And what I had a few issues here now when the cell was shutting down because the voltage was increasing too high, and that is because of the batteries being so deeply discharged. They're not absorbing the current as fast, and the resistance is high in the batteries, and that pushing the voltage up higher. So but now it's all settled down a bit. The voltage is more stable. The cell is happy now, it's running. I had to restart it a few times because of the battery being that low, but after a few restarts it's been running now for a while, and now I can see the state of charge indicator. It corrected itself. Now it's instead going up on a percentage and showing it wrong. It's actually still showing 0 on the batteries. It's completely flat, and it will be a true case because you need to run a bit longer. So I'll need to run it for an hour or two until we're gonna be able to drive the machine. So I'll leave this running for now, and then I think after a while the machine is going to be ready to go to charging point. And I think it's safe to say that the fuel cell saved the day for now. We don't have to move the machine, we don't have to tow it or transport it. It's just a shame that the machine was left on, or for some reason the battery has been discharged so deeply, so which could actually result in a short lifetime of those batteries now, because it was reading very low voltage on each cell. But that's it for now. So hopefully you're gonna like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I think I'm gonna see you on the next one.